It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings. The mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a... in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Here's Mon. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
And taken right on the 30. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll run with a former Viking, Cordero Patterson. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play caller, you're advancing yourself, thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, continue.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. But Charles, what a rookie season he had, catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
third down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and 9 now. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that off, but he had to run a long way, Charles, in the direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they've got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it, partner? One moment, they were going to be in early control. Now they just have a few moments to clear their heads and get back out there against an electrified defense.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
A right side run with Patterson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's right. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Let's not worry about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Penny. Now, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed
portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Let's go. Red, cycle. Red. Black shot. Watch it. Six.
Now back to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, 27 yards. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mon. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mon looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. Mon going to throw it. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mon looks to throw on 1st down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 51 yards. Back to throw here. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. He's at the 50. 30. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we?
because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. That's the opposing offense.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick six. And now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they are moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Yeah, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
All right, keep me honest here, Brandon. So they decide not to run the football again. They had two shots to try and pick up the first down, probably fairly easily on the ground. Now it's fourth down.
And we'll see if those decisions come back to haunt him. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Back to throw again. It's caught. Smith. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 40-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
That'll be complete to Cook. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Mon to the air on 1st and 10. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Cook now off the read option. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up the 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. This a 27-yard attempt here. Boswell's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to have a third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is Shepard on the catch. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
13 more yards.
On now off of play action. And his throw is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd and 10, Mond. He's got Smith here. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. From the 30 on 2nd down, Mond. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr., 30 yards. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Come on, back. You're blue. Long red.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Mon. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 33. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Andrew Booth picks it off.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and goal,
Mon.
Well, Mon fumbles it, and the Falcons grab it. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
They did that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 27. Patterson running between the tackles. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, they had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having the wrong patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 68 yards. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Falcons 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 29, Mon. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Third down from the gun, it's Mon. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it in front.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers. Go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started. Y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop. You ain't here? I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, trips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bills been